The woke destruction of the video game industry is just beginning. This year, we've seen a lot of layoffs going on at companies because these games that they've been producing have turned off gamers. They've told you that they don't want you. They don't want a cis white male out there. And they've hired all these companies like Sweet Baby Inc., Black Girl Gamers, in order to push a DEI agenda onto everything. You could see it with all their little Pride Month things. This is the Halo Pride Month display that they did last time. Thank God that's over for the next year. But they actually leave these things up year-round these days. They don't put them on their main profiles. They don't talk about it quite as much. But that's what's going on here. So we've had Square Enix layoffs. We've had a first round of Microsoft layoffs. This is a second one coming through already. Absolutely crazy stuff. And it's just the beginning. We're going to see even more as these video games fail. We've been talking about a lot this week. Let's get into the news. My name's John Delarose, guys. I am a #1 best-selling comic creator, and I would love for you to check out my Hidden Emperor graphic novel, which is going to be going live on Kickstarter very, very soon. You can click Notify Me on launch, and I appreciate everybody for supporting our channel, supporting our art, which is different from the mainstream media. You'll really enjoy this. We have a kick-ass graphic novel for you. Lots of fun action, good science fiction. Check it out in the description below. Thank you guys so much for the support. And please hit the like and subscribe button. Join our community. We are the best gaming community out there. We of course, cover all of pop culture from comics, video games, TV shows, movies, and more. And awesome. I really appreciate you guys. We hit 25,000 subscribers this week. I absolutely feel blessed, and I appreciate you a lot. All right. So Microsoft executives have rolled out another round of layoffs at Xbox as multiple employees have reported they are no longer employed by the company. Oh boy. All this comes as the company fully embraces the woke agenda. Ex-user Jessa Birdie announced she had been laid off from Microsoft, writing, "Sad to announce my role with Microsoft has been eliminated. To all those who have been part of Team Xbox, thank you. I hope I made you proud." Yikes. Corey Ebert, a technical program manager, announced on LinkedIn, "Well, this isn't how I thought the day would go. After nearly 15 years, wow, that's cold. That is cold. Microsoft has made the decision to end our working relationship effective immediately due to changes in the business direction and landscape." Look at that, changes in the business direction and landscape. Here's what's going on, because Xbox embraced the woke early. And a lot of people tuned out of Xbox. There's also no games on Xbox that are pretty much exclusive to Xbox. It's a disaster. Microsoft really screwed the pooch. They bought all these gaming companies. They bought all these studios and all that. All of them screwed up. Blizzard Activision's one of the biggest ones that we know about, and there's a ton of others too. A lot of games that were supposed to be big hits ended up being giant flops because of all the agenda. And so they're cutting staffs across all of these and consolidating. There's also rumors that Xbox is moving to a point that they're not even going to be like a console anymore. It's just going to be like a service like a Steam or something like that. That's where they're going, because they've screwed up this badly. Very sad. Xbox used to be the gold standard of gaming back in the day, but oh well. This is where they're at. Get woke, go broke. I have marked myself as open to work and available for all opportunities that my network may know of. This was a dream career that enabled me to do many amazing things. I will always look back on the last 15 years fondly for what happens next. To Microsoft friends, please let me know of any opportunities you may know of. Oh my gosh, the begging. So sad. I will actively be looking for internal opportunities to maintain my time and role and continue this journey with Microsoft. To everyone else, I will shortly be considered a free agent, and I'm open to any opportunities you may think I'm a good fit for. This is merely a bump in the road. I'm keen to make sure I find my next home with Microsoft. Angela Visness, a senior product manager, also posted to LinkedIn. Oh boy. "Hello, friends. In light of the recent layoffs, these are major at Microsoft. These are senior positions, guys. These aren't just like quick staffers. A guy 15 years, senior product manager. This is wild. They're really cutting the whole department. My position was eliminated. I'm now on the lookout for my next career adventure. This was an incredible ride, and I'm extremely grateful for the opportunities I was given. To my amazing colleagues and mentors, thank you for your support, guidance, and friendship. Working alongside such talented individuals has been an honor, and I've learned so much from each of you. If you know of opportunities where my energy and expertise would be a great fit, I would love to hear from you. Please feel free to connect me with anyone who might be looking for someone with my skills. And if you too have been impacted by the layoffs, please reach out and let me know how I can support you. Thank you for all your kindness and support. So sad. A senior editor at The Verge also reports that more Xbox layoffs will be happening this week. Microsoft laid off Jessie while she was on vacation. Oh, brutal. Microsoft previously announced in January it was laying off 1,900 employees after it acquired Activision Blizzard, the owner of Call of Duty and World of Warcraft. At the time, Microsoft CEO Phil Spencer explained the layoffs in a memo, saying it was to align on a strategy and execution plan with sustainable cost structure that will support the whole of our growing business. Growing. That's cute. Together, we've set priorities, identified areas of overlap, and ensured that we've all been aligned for the best opportunities for growth. He continued, as a part of this process, we made the painful decision to reduce the size of our gaming workforce by approximately 1,900 roles out of the 22,000 people on our team. That's like 10%. They cut 10% of their workforce already. This is only going to get worse, guys. As this woke stuff happens, as these DEI games fail, as these AAA games fail, you're going to see it go even worse every single time. Activision Blizzard went so crazy woke for Pride Month. They've got whole teams out there that are spreading diversity and inclusivity classes and things like that rather than actually developing video games. If you can only imagine how many of these roles are superfluous and how these people are just going to get yeeted so quick. It's going to happen. This is just the beginning. He would share more details in March in an interview. He said, it's a little bit of both, but I'll say the thing that has me most concerned for the industry is lack of growth. Now, remember, his previous statement said it's in the middle of, quote, growth. They're not growing. He lied. The SJWs always lie. And when you have an industry that's projected to be smaller next year, in terms of players and dollars, I wonder why the players are going to be smaller. It's almost like everybody's tuning out of all these games because you guys have screwed everything up so badly. We've been covering Assassin's Creed Shadows over the last week with the gay black samurai and just how crazy they're going. They're actually developing more games with like a Crusader theme in the Holy Roman Empire, but it's going to be about burning witches because, that's a bad thing. It's not going to be about crusading and having fun. And then they announced that they're going to be remaking all the old games for the modern audiences. We've seen the Silent Hill remake where they've toned down the ladies to make them look ugly, which is a concerted agenda. This started with DC Comics back in 2016, that they're trying to uglify all the women out there. They did the same thing with the new Tomb Raider that they're having going forward. They've done the same thing with Tifa and Final Fantasy. And, of course, Square Enix has its own round of layoffs. The video game industry is in big, big trouble, and it's because they're not listening to their own customer base. They're doing the same thing that Disney Star Wars is doing and saying, you know what, we're going to tune them out while we make these things. While we make our AAA games, we're just not going to listen to them. We're going to spend hundreds of millions of dollars. We're going to tell video gamers, we don't want you. We want a different audience, you cis, white, hetero losers. That's exactly what they're doing. It's absolutely insane. And they still haven't learned their lesson. But they will because, again, there's a lack of growth. Everybody's tuned out. All right. Sorry about the rant. And when you have a industry that's projected to be smaller next year in terms of players and dollars, you get a lot of publicly traded companies that are in the industry to show their investors growth. Because why else does somebody own a share of someone's stock if it's not going to grow? Yeah, why indeed? The side of the business that then gets scrutinized is the cost side. Because if you're not going to grow the revenue side, the cost side becomes challenged. Maybe you should work on growing the revenue side, Spencer. We're a business. I've said it over and over again. I don't get the luxury of not having to run a profitable growing business outside of Microsoft. Yeah, he'd love it to have that, not have to worry about that profitability, that little thing about the DEI they're putting in. And here we are today. But just across the industry, as you mentioned it, I'm sitting here at GDC. I reflect on friends of mine in the industry that have been displaced and lost their jobs, and how just I don't want this industry to be a place where people can't, with confidence, build a career. So that's why I keep pivoting back. How does this industry get back to growth? Well, I can answer you. Very easily. You produce games that people want. You make everything about action adventure again. You stop with the woke nonsense. You stop trying to put a strong female lead into Star Wars, making Outlaws a game about a wine ant rather than Han Solo. You stop making a Japanese samurai game about a black dude. You stop going into Suicide Squad and making Batman into a joke rather than a character that everybody loves. You stop with this DEI stuff. You stop listening to these consultants who are trying to squeeze the company, who don't actually add any value to your video games. They actually detract value from video games. And maybe people wouldn't lose their jobs as a consequence. Funny that. All right. big layoffs here, and there's even more to come soon, guys. Lay off the video games because we got to stay off the AAA games for at least 3 years. It takes 2 to 3 years to flatten the curve because these games are in development that long. We can do it. Just play the old games. Have fun like you used to. I'll be back playing like Final Fantasy VI. You guys, another great game from back in the day, Chrono Trigger. I like those games, guys. Just play something else. All right, leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Make sure to check out The Hidden Emperor and hit the Notify Me on Launch on Kickstarter in the description below. Hit the like and subscribe button. We'll be back soon.